One of the things that the Lord has been asking me a lot lately, everyone, is what is my legacy and what do I desire to leave behind? And I think that this is a question that we all should know and live by because ultimately, when you look at our lives and the things that we do, there's only so many hours and so much time that we have to do them. There's only so much that we can invest in our careers or our business. There's only so much time that we can invest in, our family and the people that we love. And then ultimately, there's only so much time we can invest in even managing ourselves and our own mental and physical health and, making sure that we're doing the things that we're supposed to do. And then ultimately, there's only so much time that we have to really sit in a place and be with God and, grow deeper in Him. And when you look at, all of these areas of our lives, it's so easy to get lost in just doing them for doing sake and not really knowing the bigger picture behind those things. And so I believe that when the Lord asked me, what is my legacy? He was really asking me, why are you doing the things that you're doing? What's the purpose of you, waking up and working on your ministry every morning? What's the purpose of you, regardless of the good or the bad times you have with your family and your loved ones? Why do you continue to move forward? And then ultimately, why are you following me? Why do you pray to me? Why do you talk to me? Why do you study the Bible? Are you there for me? Is there something more that you want? Or are you just doing these things out of routine? And ultimately, everyone, this is something that really, we all have to figure out. And for me, I could say that at this point in time in my life, my legacy is to truly give everything that God has given me to the world. So teaching people how to have a relationship with Him, teaching people that regardless of, the good or bad times in their lives, that there's still hope on the other side. And ultimately, when it comes to that, that's just an expression of who I am. And ultimately, that's what your legacy should be also. It should be an expression of everything that God has given you, all of your gifts, all of your talents, and all of the experiences that you've gained throughout your life. And it is by sharing those things with the world that you truly find fulfillment in the things that you do, and you're honestly able to see beyond even the good times and the struggles that you're enduring in the present moment. And so I leave this and I ask you the question today: what is your legacy and what do you desire to leave behind? And once you begin to align your life to those two questions, you'll find a joy, you'll find a peace, you'll find a fulfillment that only the Lord can give you. And when you look at other places in the Bible, you look at people like Abraham, you see those things take place in full effect because God gave him the promise at the age of 75 that if he was to leave the town that he was in for all of his life and travel to a new place that God has given him, then he would be blessed in everything that he did. And although Abraham had struggles along the road, although he went into places where he wasn't always welcome or accepted, and while he may have went in situations that, didn't necessarily involve him, right? Ultimately, he was able to leave a lineage that lasted generations. All right. His legacy and his generations begin with him following God and believing in the words that he said, and then holding on to those things regardless of the situations that happened to him. And I think that it's a small example, but ultimately it's something that we can use in our lives to hold on to the promises that God has given us and to truly see beyond, today and tomorrow down to a path to where, we will impact and change generations. And so ultimately, everyone, the question today is, once again, what is your legacy? What do you desire to leave behind? And then how are you going to make a commitment each and every day to ensure that you achieve those things that God has placed on your heart to do? Take care.